Horseplay by Lucy McReynolds, starring Samantha Griffin, Moise Tamas, and Nicholas Cooper. Scene 1. Open in the executive office of Panther Paste, Inc.
Oh, good morning, sweetheart.
Dad, just don't, all right? It's plant manager Howard. We've been over this.
Sorry, manager. There's something you need, preferably quick?
Need? Well, I guess I do need some explanation why I was just told that the director position went to Kevin Morgan.
Whoa, who told you that?
No one needed to. The congrats Kevin cake taking up all the counter space in the break room gave it away pretty quick.
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but...
Kevin Morgan? Really?
Hey, don't say it like that. He's a good worker. Maybe if you ever took a trip down to the assembly floor, you would know that.
Oh, that's the thing, isn't it? Today, I took a trip down to meet this legendary Kevin Morgan. You know what I found?
Samantha, you're making me late for the board's meeting. They can't start without the CEO, you know?
I saw the same old, a little freshly made glue, some meatheads muttering to each other about my skirt or some shit. A horse.
It's a glue factory. There are horses, unless you have a new way of making Panthers paste.
No, Dad, that's not what I meant.
I really do have to get to this meeting, honey.
Manager! God, you're gonna make me do this, huh?
I have no idea what you're talking.
Will you step in here, please?
Morning, Mr. Howard. You have a mighty fine office.
Samantha, I can explain.
A horse, Dad. He is a real-life four-legged Kentucky Derbying horse. How have you even been hiding this?
In assembly, you're too tired to tell your thumb from your big toe. You expect people to notice a hoof?
I expect corporate to notice when their new manager can't use a fucking stapler.
I can use a stapler. Actually, you just press it. No fingers needed.
Congrats. You want a sugar cube or something?
Whoa, that's horribly inappropriate. Kevin is a trusted employee of 8 years, Samantha. He deserves respect as such.
Thank you, sir.
8 years. 8 years. I thought maybe Mom was right. Maybe you really had gotten too old to run this whole place by yourself. But if you've employed a horse for 8 years, you really aren't leaving me much choice here.
Samantha, what are you talking about? Kevin will be the new director. He's the best for the job. I know you wanted it, but
I'm taking this to the board today, right now. If the public knew that he worked at the same company that makes sticky horse gel for arts and crafts, this whole place is screwed. It's unethical.
Unethical? You're threatening my job because you didn't get what you want for once in your life. What's ethical about that?
What I want, it's what I've worked for.
Worked! I built this company from dirt. You aren't bad at your job, Samantha, but you haven't fought for anything.
Mr. Howard, if this is going to cause this much trouble, I don't want the job. I was talking with the guys anyway. If I'm in corporate, then who's going to make the potato salad at the company picnic?
No, Kevin, you're the new director. It has to be you.
But Miss Howard is right. I can't hide forever. I knew that day from the day I wandered into this great metallic farm.
He's giving you a gift here. Are you going to look him in the mouth?
No, Kevin, it has to be you. The guys in assembly like you. They respect you.
Respect? I'm prepared. I'm qualified. I'm not a horse.
But they don't like you.
No, they don't like being told what to do by a woman.
And if you're right, what does it change? Still means Kevin's more qualified.
What about you? Do you still feel qualified? You think you've helped Kevin by keeping him here?
Please don't blame Mr. Howard on my part. If it wasn't for him, I'd be on the other side of the assembly line. I wouldn't have been able to move out of my family stable or meet my beautiful wife, Melanie.
See, he is a paid and valued employee. Just because he is a horse doesn't mean he can't be as fulfilled by the workplace as anybody else.
Fulfilled? Dad, please tell me you're aware he is a horse in a glue.
I'm late. If I don't get to that meeting now, they'll go on without me.
I want them to come see what their CEO has been doing to fund their wine tastings.
Maybe it's for the best. It's so kind of you to let me work here, sir, but The death whinnies do haunt me at night. The atrocities I seen would be enough to buck any bronco.
Kevin, this decision can't be up to you. You can't push on these matters. You can't really understand what you're saying.
See, I knew it. All this respected worker talk is horse shit.
Please stop.
Respect. I've given everything to my workers. My blood runs through the pipes of this building.
Half the people on this floor could do what you do, and they'd do it with an all-human workforce.
This is getting out of
My
hand.
blood runs through the checkbooks, the tips of each ballpoint pen, through you and all of your ungrateful siblings. And would any of you stop if you saw your old dad on the street? Stop and for once in your life, listen.
Listen!
Whoa.
Whoa there, boy. Whoa.
Shh. Take deep breaths, all right, Kevin? In, out. In, out. In. You are so out.
My heart can't take this work anymore. There's more to life than a job, after all. Melanie's been saying for months I should consider stepping away.
And that's just what you deserve, Kevin, a well-earned retirement.
With all due respect, ma'am, you aren't concerned with what I deserve.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
You know, I was still just a young stallion when I slipped through the doors of Panther's Paste. A naive young horse intrigued by the sight of so many pretty fillies in one place. But years have passed. My hooves have worn. I'm not even yet the age my father was when I saw him last. Yep. Here's little old me. I've seen too much, done too little. I'm glad I came here today. I'm happy I did. I should move on with my life. Do something more than...
Kevin, you can't. You can't know what you want.
Pardon me, Mr. Howard. I admire all you've done for me, but please excuse me. I should get myself to this board meeting, so I have some time to speak to the guys in assembly. Let them know. Someone new's got to learn a mean potato salad.
Kevin, please reconsider.
And Miss Howard, if you're going to call us workers meatheads, maybe do it out of earshot.
You stupid, insolent girl.
For getting rid of your workhorse before he died of exhaustion?
Do you think you've done something? Something brave?
Oh, here we go. No, Dad, no one could ever be braver than you. What's more courageous than making money and cutting corners?
I never wanted any of you kids to follow after me. I told your mother the second you start working for me, you'll start thinking you're entitled to my job.
You know, most parents would want to know they've left something for their children. Why have kids if you have no intention?
It isn't about you. You've never been able to see that. You don't think past yourself.
Who else will think about me? Not you. All you've thought of is your company. No one asked you to come to my soccer games. I didn't ask you to come to my graduation. All I've ever asked is you see me here, the one place you've ever cared about. And yet you still think a horse was worth more to you than me.
You're right. Kevin is worth more to me. About 2.5 million a year more to me, actually.
What?
That horse has saved me 2.5 million American dollars every year for 8 years. Because of him, I don't need tranquilizers. I barely need animal wranglers. Sometimes I don't even need to buy horses. They'll just walk right into the slaughterhouse doors.
Wait, you aren't, but without tranquilizers, they'll feel everything. Is that legal?
You wanted to know, and the board to know, didn't you? Wanted them to know how I made their money? Well, here it is. Kevin talks to the horses. I trained him to calm them. Tell them it's okay. Trick them.
He couldn't possibly do that. That's hundreds of horses a day.
I played him over the speakers. Nothing odd about hearing a horse in a glue factory. And all the horses hear is a friend telling them that they'll have to walk down the dotted line and they'll find a nice green pasture.
You're a monster.
Yeah, I am. I'm the big scary monster that had to make cuts at any cost. So my company didn't kick me out of my position.
Kick you? It's your company.
Please, I haven't been a major shareholder or stockholder for years.
Haven't you made enough money? So much stupid fucking pride. You made Kevin. You made him.
Don't act like your hands are so clean right after you threw him to the wolves for a stupid title. Director means nothing. You know that, right? The job barely changes.
Call Kevin back. I don't want this stupid job anymore. God knows he's been through enough to earn it.
He's at the board meeting by now. It's too late.
Fine, I'll call and let them know. He can just rescind the resignation.
He's a horse.
I know, God. You really think I'm stupid, don't you?
In a glue factory.
What are you saying?
Who knows far too much. You were right, Samantha. If the public finds out about this, well, the board wouldn't want us to get to that.
What's the board gonna do?
Take him to the assembly line and slip him in with the other horses.
No, they can't do that.
After I'm removed, you get your nice new office. He'll go to that perfect green pasture, like all the horses that come into this factory do.
You can't. Yeah, he's a horse, but he doesn't deserve to die. He's your employee.
But I didn't do this, Samantha. This is all courtesy of Panther Pace's very own director, Samantha Howard. Welcome to the team, sweetheart.
Blackout. End of play.